All right, hi, this is Atticus, and welcome to part three of our playthrough of a Railroad Corporation 2 generated scenario using the Melrose Place map, which is seed 00000018. And in the second episode, or part two, we were fortunate enough to find clay fairly early, and we founded a new little town here called Clayton. Then we used our lobbying to get industry land here in Clayton and set up a pottery factory. So we are making pottery. We just started delivering it. We're well on the way to finishing textiles. We're in good shape, could be better on the paper. So we're basically done, right? So our scenario is pretty much done. It's just a matter of letting it run until it finishes. But I thought we would play with some of the new industries. The power, I don't think the power really means much to us, but if we look here, we can do warehousing, which I have yet to find a truly great reason to do. But we can build a power plant. We could build a chemical plant, as long as we have power. We could do farming, which we haven't done really anything with. And they all kind of play together. So like the chemical plant takes that, whatever they call that, which is created, I think, at the farms. Am I wrong? I'm wrong. They need it. A fertilizer. Okay, that's fertilizer. Now, how do you get fertilizer? Fertilizer. I'm not seeing that. Let's see. How do we do this? I know I normally I like to know what I'm doing and show you, but I'm kind of playing with this, discovering it a little bit. So forgive me if I'm kind of like everybody else out here, just stumbling along. So this chemical plant, I can't decide. Is it making both I guess it's making both those things. It's making fertilizer and chemicals. Yeah. It makes both. So the chemical plant makes fertilizer. So let's have a power plant and a chemical plant. And where are we going to put them? Okay. Now, we could easily, take an existing industry slot and make it. Or we can go some little town like this that has the grain already. And we'd like to have that anyway. So why don't we buy this grain field? And why don't we sell it in town? We'll sell some to Brimstone Creek. We'll set up Brimstone Creek on our system. I think we'll just tap it in here, I guess. Let's put a station kind of here. And we'll just make our kind of our default setup with 2 tracks and a repair station. And we'll go up here and see if we can't loop around and connect into that. And of course we can. And we'll come over here and connect. Okay. So now we've got grain. Now what I want to do is go here and lobby. And let's put in, I guess the chemical plant would make sense here. Now the power, I think is intended for the electric trains that come much later, but we're just running Memnons. But I think you can run the power along the tracks. I think that's how that works. So let's go industry land right here. Start lobbying, and let's just go ahead and get our construction tax down, level 2. And would like to do some other stuff, social land and all that good stuff, but we don't have enough lobbyists. We can see if there's any more out there. Oops. Go to staff. There's one guy, we'll hire him. Okay. I don't know if that does any good at all or not. Lobbying here. We have 2, we need 3. We could get social land. Let's just get social land. We'll hit that town hard. Okay, our usual thing. We go in and buy something, and then the lawyers descend upon the town like a plague. All right, let's set up passenger line from way up here, Longstone Canyon to our new town, which was I don't know what, Brimstone Creek, I think it was. Yep. Okay. All right, and do they need any of the stuff we're making? They need pottery and textiles and lumber and wood. Okay, well, let's just set them up. Let's go Dead Pine to, is that right? Brimstone Creek? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Oh, why not? We'll run a passenger line from Brimstone, and then we'll set it at always, and then we will copy it, and we'll run. Let's see, what did we say? We wanted. Let's take this one off and make it Clayton, and from Clayton we'll take pottery to Brimstone, and then we're going to copy it again, and this time we'll come out of Whiskey Bend, which is our textile factory. And I guess we could optionally take passengers back, wouldn't hurt. Okay, and then I forget if logs and lumber. Let's go. I didn't mean to do that. Well, we'll copy it. We'll go down here and copy this guy, and we'll go back to Dead Pine and get logs. Take them to. I'm all confused. Well, I got the wrong train, I guess. We'll go Dead Pine to Brimstone Creek is what I'm trying to do with the lumber. All right, and then we'll copy that guy, and we'll do the lumber. Okay, so I'm so sorry about the lumber wood. We first one was wood or logs, and then now this is lumber. So we got wood and lumber, and textiles and pottery, all heading to our new town of Brimstone. Now it has grain. Now I don't like it. It would make some sense to have like lumber going to Brimstone and grain coming back, but because of the different rates of consumption of the goods, I like to have a train that focuses on one cargo and then brings back optional passengers or mail to keep to avoid deadheading when you can. But I don't like having like lumber going out and grain coming back, because again the rate of consumption is so different, and then the number that you can haul on a train is different, and it's just I think it's too easy to get that messed up and too complicated for my tiny brain. So let's do this. Let's look at our grain. And you can see every town, well, most of our towns, not all of our towns, but 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 customers for this grain up here. So we could, I can't remember if did I copy this train? No, okay. All right, let's copy. And let's go to Brimstone Creek and pick up grain. And we'll go to Dead Pine and empty the grain. And we'll optionally pick up some passengers and take them to Brimstone Creek and drop them. I guess we should just start at Dead Pine, since that's where our station is. But then the rest of them, that is 100. Yep. Okay. So let's copy that again. And let's do one that instead of Dead Pine, it's now going to go to Longstone with grain and that, like that. Okay. And then we're going to copy it again. And instead of Longstone, we're going to go to, we already did Dead Pine, to Whiskey Bend. And do grain there. We're going to copy it again. And we're going to go to Wolfspire. And sell. And they can't do people. We don't have passengers yet there, so I would just head back. All right, so we've set up our grain business, make some money, and let's see what else we got going on. And we've got this coming. Oh, coal. Let's do coal. Buy a train, have it go to Golden Cliffs and grab coal, and come up to. And have it come up to whatever that's called, Brimstone Creek, and dump coal, optional passengers down here. There we go. So we've set up most of our deliveries for here. And we could put a bookstore in here and sell them books or whatever we want to do. So we got that going. All right, so are we lobbying here? Yes, we're lobbying for industry. We're lobbying for construction tax and social land. And let's just let that run. I mean, we could go do other stuff. I guess we should pay attention, like over here. We've got some more research to do. And here. And I just want to look at Clayton and see if we're making. Yeah, look at that. We've got 8. We probably could use a different delivery. Let's look at our trains. This is so great being able to do this. Look at Clayton and see where we're taking stuff. This 28 is our delivery, right? Let's just copy that, start another one. Because we're clearly not, well there, he's just now coming back to make his next run. And Clayton now wants grain. So we'll buy one here, we'll go up to Brimstone Creek and buy grain, and we'll come back to Clayton, sell the grain. And Brimstone Creek now wants mail. So we could set up something like Brimstone Creek. We could do a passenger mail line to any of them. Nearest decent city, Longstone Canyon will do. Passengers and mail. And what we'll do with this is we'll make the loading of both items optional. So basically it's saying if you can find passengers, get them. If you can't find enough, grab mail until you're full. If you can't find enough of anything, just go. So we could do a couple of trains like this. There we go. All right. And speed this up. So when we get our industry here, what are we going to do? I'd like to have. Let's try this. Let's do industry here. We have oil somewhere, don't we? Geology. We found oil right here. So we could set up oil production. We could either put it in Thunderstone or we could found another town, right? I think I'm going to put it in Thunderstone this time. So if we go here, see how that's a new town. If we go here where we get that aqua or whatever that is, we're going to actually put it in Thunderstone. So I'm going to put an oil well in Thunderstone. And we can use that to make an oil power plant. So I don't think we have enough lobbyists to do anything right now. Let's just see if we can hire some more. Staff, lobbyists, no. Okay. But we have an oil well, and we could run the oil somewhere else. So let's just see where there's an industry slot. Way up there. Let's wait until we have lobbyists and we'll get an industry slot in Thunderstone. I think we should be able to get one, shouldn't we? Yes, we can get one. And we'll make power, and maybe, I don't know, I don't know if we have to electrify the land or what. We're going to find out. So we got our industry slot up here in Brimstone, and we got our social land. So we could do anything up here. I think what I'd like to do is put a shop with a bakery. Stimulates the consumption of flour and bread, right? So let's do that. All right. So, I was going to put fertilizer here. I'm not. We're going to put a bread. Or I guess a flour mill. That'd be the first step. Flour mill. Let's put a flour mill in. And let's sell to the flour mill. If they have less than 5, send them some so we can keep flour production going. And then the flour mill, we're going to have a sell order to sell in town. And that shop with bakery is going to cause the flour demand to be stronger here. And we can also look at, it just goes on and on. We can also look at the flour and ship it out. Let's just do it to a couple of towns. Let's go Brimstone Creek, get flour, take it to Longstone Canyon, sell it there. Bring back passengers and or mail. Go. Then we're going to copy that, and we're going to go down here and sell it to Whiskey Bend. flower, optional, go. There we go. So we set up a flower business. And of course, I built the business and then waited, got the construction tax. Great. Would love to lobby for another one, but we'll have to wait a year to get another piece of land here. We can do our building upkeep real fast. And then down here, we wanted to lobby for industry land. Okay, so we'll get industry land down here and we'll build out our oil power plant. And I don't even know what that's going to mean, but we're going to find out. Now you can see we're getting some delays right here because of these junctions. And lots of traffic here. I think it's time to make this into a super station. So let's go ahead, expand that out to 5, and let's go faster maintenance. More repair shops, faster maintenance, cheaper maintenance, and faster refueling, and upgraded, and cheaper refueling. There we go. Now it'll handle this stuff faster. Now, a lot of stuff waiting to get out. Wonder why. Wonder if it's because of these stupid intersections and how everything gets jammed up unnecessarily. So, probably is. Well, we did order a bunch of new trains though, didn't we? So they got to get out and get out there to where they belong. We ordered a bunch of new trains. So let's let it run for a little bit. Let's assume it's going to work for now. All right, we got industry land, and let's go ahead and put in a power plant just to see what happens. Now, obviously, we could do an oil refinery and make gasoline, but we're going to go for an oil power plant right here. Generates an extra monthly income based on the population. To earn money with the power plant, it must generate electricity. Okay, confirm. The oil power plant is going to buy oil from our oil well. It's free because it's ours. So keep putting oil in there and generating power. So we have power in Thunderstone. I don't know what that means. Well, there we finished our textiles. We finished our something. Sorry, I don't even know what that was. We're in good shape on the paper. We're progressing on pottery. We got to pay this. And pay that. There we go. So we paid our license. We've got another 134 days till they hit us again. And that T37 got a minor malfunction. So I'm thinking, let's look at all of our stations. Let's find that T37. And why would it be paused? Oh, we ran out of money. To repair. Okay. Resume. Any more? All right. So we're making power here, but is that now? Let's just find out. If we're making power here, can we put a chemical plant, somewhere else? And how do you make the chemicals? All right, there's industry land right here. We'll find out. So, chemical plant requires electricity. But I don't know if we can we upgrade these? I've forgotten how to do that. I'm not even sure if we can yet because we haven't. Yeah, we don't even have the research yet. Let's just see if that's true. I think there's research that you have to go out here and get, as I recall from long ago. Yeah, we don't even have this electric infrastructure, and we are miles away from having it. So this power plant is kind of doesn't mean anything except I guess it generates. Wow. It generates a lot. Can provide power to 12,000 people. And it generates an extra income of 230. Man, it's a money maker, isn't it? Making money in this game is not the issue. I just noticed while I'm staring there, we got a bunch of books. We having the multiple cities with one train. I don't think I like that. I think I like dedicated trains to each city. What's this mean? Earnings per citizen, $19. What if we upgrade this? I just want to see what happens. We upgraded it. We're making less money. Why is that? All right, if I have any, send it over here. Again, it doesn't matter. As long as this can run, it doesn't matter. Oh no, look. How did that change? Now it's making us 344,000. So we could upgrade it again and no, we can't. We don't have any money. I'm just curious to see how much money can you make from this electricity. And I'm sure if we could put a power plant in a big city, you can make a whole lot. All right, let's do sell in town if I have more than 5. Because I want to save some, and we might put a power plant in another city, in a bigger city, just to see what it would do. Like Dead Pine, for example, is 167,000. Thunderstone is 44,000. But then this power plant's telling me 70,000 is the most it could feed. That's for level 3. Which is a big investment, but it does seem to make money. I'm a little disappointed. I didn't want it to be a money maker. I wanted it to be something else. All right, so can we lobby for industry land? No, we can't. So this is a little clumsy. How do you get... I want to have a chemical plant, which requires electricity. So does that mean I have to put the chemical plant in the city where the power is? I would assume that's true in order to make my fertilizer and my chemicals. Huh. So you'd have to wonder if we can get another industry land here. We can. All right, we're gonna go for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. We'll get more industry land, and we'll get construction, and we can't do the maintenance unless there's a job applicant. We need a better one. Okay. Let's see. All right, we're going to get another industry slot. So we're going to have 2 industry slots here. One of them is going to be power, and then the other one's going to be fertilizer and stuff. So just so we can see how that works. It seems like you could use these power plants are kind of sad. I mean, like we could go down here, for example. We could come down here, there's an industry slot. We could put a coal power plant here. Well, I mean, you know, you could say, okay, I want to put a coal power plant here. So I'm going to buy this. I'm going to put a coal power plant in this city here. And I'm going to have my coal mine sell to the power plant if their storage is less than 5. So there we're making power. Look at that income. And we're going to upgrade it. Look at that income. Upgrade it. No, we can't afford it. Let's upgrade it again, just to see. It makes 400,000 monthly income. Services 59,000 people. And how many are in the city? 60. Okay, basically everybody. Okay, Longstone Canyon. That was going to be our 2 industry slots. All right, so let's buy this, or we own this one. Let's put in an oil power plant. We need more money. And why are you guys just hanging around? Oh, they've got grain that isn't needed yet. Okay, that's fine. All right, so let's do an oil power plant. All right. And we would need oil. So let's go buy a train, Memnon. We'll go to our oil production, which is here in Thunderstone, and we'll pick up oil. And we'll go to Longstone Canyon. We'll drop off oil at the power plant. And run a couple of trains doing that. So we'll haul oil from our oil well up to that power plant up in Longstone Canyon, and then we're going to go put in a chemical plant. So we're going to buy that industry land, construct a chemical plant, okay? And the chemical plant, it just takes electricity and generates fertilizer and chemicals. That's interesting. That's all you need is the power. So we'll see how that works. And then we want to take the fertilizer. We can take fertilizer to over here to our grain field, which doesn't seem to need any help right now, but we can upgrade all this. And we can go buy a train. It goes from Longstone Canyon, picks up fertilizer and takes it to Brimstone Creek and drops it off at the grain field. That, okay. And then we can see, do we have any use for the chemicals? Zero use for the chemicals. So we're just basically making fertilizer there. Now what about for the fertilizer? Where can we send it? Oh, they want for. Oh, we gotta be careful. I got bonds are coming due, and I'm spending money at ridiculous rates. Who wants fertilizer? Oh, that cotton field wants fertilizer. Good. So let's go buy a train, go to Longstone Canyon, pick up fertilizer, come down here to, I think it's Whiskey Bend. Yeah. To the cotton field, optionally pick those guys up and go back. And research. Oh, God. Do some research, and I think I might have a stalled train right here. Okay, are we generating power? We are, or are we? Not yet, but we should be soon. Here we go. And that turns this on. Now we're going to start making fertilizer. We've got trains waiting to load the fertilizer to take it to our cotton and our grain. Pine Brush wants paper. Oh, we got another one of these. And we're almost done with the paper. We're almost done with the pottery. Okay. Paper. Where are we making the paper? Over here? All right, we've seen this new functionality. I think we'll just finish this off. So one delivery of pottery, and I think we're done. And let's just see if we've got an accumulation. No, not really. Not really. I mean, obviously we could ramp it up and figure out how much we need over the whole system and all that kind of stuff. I still don't have really a way I like doing that. I've got to think about that. The better way to calculate all this. So one more delivery of pottery and we'll be done. So what have we done? We've finished off all of this. We played around with electricity. Yeah, we got we made some fertilizer to increase our crop production. We didn't get into dynamite. would that be worth doing? I don't think, actually, now that we're stopped, I think we're done. It's going to throw us out. So it took us 761 days to do it, which is, I think, relatively fast. I don't know for sure. And I enjoyed that a lot. It's clearly a more game, which, some of you will love. I don't. But I love the puzzle solving aspects of it. The generated ones are nice. We also have the multiplayer, which maybe we'll get into, and some of us could play that. And then we still have the ready-made scenario. I'm not sure what we've got. I think we've done these, and we've sandboxes don't do a thing for me because that's just literally more. So I really like the game. I think it's in a great direction. They're being responsive. They're staying with it. I don't know what the schedule is for when we're going to see the finished product, but I do enjoy what they have so far. I would highly recommend the game for you to play. And I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you saw something that'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join us for our next Railroad Corporation 2 video. Thank you.